Bonjour la classe, aujourd'hui vous allez apprendre à distinguer entre les verbes avoir et être au passé composé. Hello class, today you are going to be learning which verbs take etre and which verbs take avoir in the passé composé. First, we're going to briefly review the formation of the passé composé. Second, we're going to see a list of verbs that take etre as their helping verb, a list of verbs that always take avoir, and a list of verbs that can take etre or avoir depending on the circumstances. Third, as usual, we're going to finish some sample sentences together. Please don't forget, you may pause this video at any time if you need a little extra time to write down your notes. As we saw in the last videos, the passé composé is called the composed past tense because it is made up of two verbs, the auxiliary or helping verb and the past participle. Most verbs take the auxiliary verb avoir in the passé composé. For example, if you want to say, I watched an interesting movie, you would say, j'ai regardé un film intéressant. However, some verbs use etre as their helping verb in the passé composé. For example, if you want to say, I went to the movie theater, you would say, je suis allé au cinéma. Now let's take a look at a list of verbs that take etre in the passé composé and those verbs that take avoir in the passé composé. Please be sure to write down these lists in your notes for future reference. Verbs that take the auxiliary verb avoir are, first, the verbs avoir and etre. Exemple, j'ai eu mal à la tête hier. 2. All transitive verbs that can take a direct or indirect object. Par exemple, elle a mangé le chocolat. Le chocolat is the direct object of the verb manger. Il a parlé à son ami. Son ami is the indirect object of the verb parler. 3. Most intransitive verbs. Nous avons couru dans le jardin. We ran in the garden. 4. Impersonal verbs such as falloir, pleuvoir, and neiger. Il a beaucoup neigé cet hiver. It snowed a lot this winter. Those verbs that take etre as their auxiliary or helping verb are 1. All pronominal or, as we sometimes call them, reflexive verbs. Elle s'est amusée à la fête. 2. The following intransitive verbs. Aller, venir, arriver, partir, naître, mourir, monter, descendre, rentrer, sortir, devenir, entrer, passer, rester, retourner, tomber. Par exemple, Marc est né le 16 janvier. Mark was born on January 16th. 3. All composed forms of these intransitive verbs. Par exemple, il est remonté dans sa chambre. He went back up to his room. There are a few verbs in the etre category that need to be conjugated with avoir when they take a direct object. These verbs are monter, descendre, rentrer, sortir, passer, retourner. For example, le chauffeur a rentré la voiture dans le garage. La voiture is the direct object here of the verb rentrer. This sentence means the chauffeur put the car back into the garage, or the chauffeur returned the car to the garage. Maintenant, faisons des exemples. Marc came home. Marc est rentré chez lui. We finished our homework. Nous avons fini nos devoirs. Marie took the book out of her bag. Marie a sorti le livre de son sac. Now remember, sortir is one of those tricky verbs that can take either avoir or etre in the passé composé. Here we use avoir because sortir is followed by the direct object, le livre. Bien, aujourd'hui vous avez appris à distinguer entre les verbes auxiliaires être et avoir au passé composé. To finish mastering this new skill, you must complete the online interactive activities right next to this video. Bon courage et à bientôt!